Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
Interesting one. A school district surveyed 100 parents. All right, let's first understand this. Let's first understand. Now, 100 parents were surveyed. Now, the table shows percentages of all survey respondents who indicated that they strongly agreed, somewhat disagreed, or strongly disagreed that each of the 4 actions. Okay, so for example, out of 100 parents, what does this indicate? 52 strongly agreed that library hours should be expanding, right? Similarly, for example, what does this indicate? That 28 parents somewhat disagreed that athletic facilities need to be improved, and so on. Now, I have a question for you guys. Let's take improving athletic facilities. So 12 parents strongly agreed, 24 strongly somewhat agreed, 28 somewhat disagreed, and 35 strongly disagreed. So if we add all of them, if we add all of them up, it comes to be 99. Why is it coming out to be 99 and not 100 if there are 100 parents?
Because not every parent has responded to every activity.
Very nice. Because of this. So which clearly means that one parent had no opinion on this action. Okay, fair enough. Now let's look at the questions. Select can be determined if the answer to that question can be determined. Otherwise, okay. Let's start with this. Now this is a tricky one, guys. This is a tricky one. Did most parents who indicated they somewhat agreed that class sizes should be reduced? How many indicated they somewhat agree that class sizes should be reduced? Sorry, how much? How are you coming to 87? Somewhat agreed, right? Somewhat agreed.
47.
That's 47. Correct? Very nice. Did most of them also indicate that they somewhat agreed that music classes should be added? How much is this? Somewhat agreed that music classes should be added is 22. Correct? Now the question is asking us, did most of these also appear in this category?
Cannot be determined, right?
Why can it not be determined, Chatrika? Go ahead.
Because we don't know which of the parents indicated somewhat agree for reducing class size, and we don't know
Yes,
percentage.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, all right, all right. Now let's come to that. And I think this is your point, that this is 47, right? And this could be 22. In other words, there is no overlap at all. The set of parents who somewhat agreed that class sizes should be reduced would be completely different from the set of parents who somewhat agreed that music classes should be added. Could be completely different, right? If this is the case, if this is the case, then what would your answer be to this? No, no. What would be answer to this? Yes or a no? The answer would be no, right? Because most of them obviously are not in this bucket. In fact, zero. All right. Now, this is one extreme. What could be the other extreme? All of them, right? So other extreme could be this is 47 and this is 22. Agree? All right. Now, read the question again. Read the question again. Did most of these, do most of these appear in this bucket as well? Most would mean what? Greater than 23.5. Most of 47 would mean 23 point, greater than 23.5. But how much do we have here? Only 22. So now tell me what would be your answer to this question? No, what would be answer to this question? Did most of these respondents, again the answer is no. Sorry. So, Kavita, we are only interested in these two statistics, first of all. Do you agree? For this particular question. So I have only taken these two. Now, how much do these total add up to? Why do we care for this question? Sorry? Why would we? That was my question to you. For this particular question, we are only interested in these two statistics. Right? And these two statistics on one extreme could look like this, on another extreme could look like this. But in both the cases, we are getting the answer as no, which clearly means it can be determined. We are getting a consistent answer, right? In both the cases. In an ideal, I'm not ideal, in a more realistic scenario, it could be perhaps some overlap. But even if we take the two extremes, in both the extremes, we are consistently getting the answer to this question as no, which means it can be determined. Chatrik, are we clear?
I do not understand.
Tell me, what did you not understand?
Like there is no overlap, or there could be an overlap.
Absolutely,
So
there could
like
be an overlap. Tell me the overlap value. Give me any number.
22 could be the maximum overlap, I
Yes,
guess.
22 could be maximum overlap. And minimum, so basically it's 0 to 22, right? That's the overlap.
Yeah.
Correct. And in both these cases, most of them did not indicate this, right?
Okay,
Most
would be
of
greater than
47,
50%.
yes, correct.
Okay.
Most would have meant greater than 23.5.
Hmm.
But that's not happening. It's not greater than 23.5 in any case. It's between 0 and 22.
Okay, understood. Yeah.
Are we clear, guys? Beautiful question. Yeah, very tricky. All right. Now, others I think are easier. what what percentage of all, yeah, what percentage of all respondents chose not to give an opinion about whether athletic facilities should be improved? Kavita is very confidently saying it can be determined. How can it be determined? You ought, very nice. We all add all of them, and the answer is 99. So, what percentage chose not to give an opinion, 1%. So obviously it can be determined. All right, coming on to the third one, friends. Yeah, here. Sorry. What percentage of all respondents indicated that they strongly disagreed with all the 4 actions? Strongly disagreed, right? This is basically what we are talking about. Strongly disagreed with all the 4 cannot be determined. Very nice, Kavita. Why can it not be determined? Here again, there can be n number of combinations. For example, this could be 2%, right? This could be 17. This could be 20. This could be 35. Sorry, this could be 35. If this is the case, then yeah, then the answer would be 0, right? 0% disagreed with all the 4. On the other hand, the other extreme could be 2, 17, 20, and 35, in which case the answer would be 2%, right? So the answer would be anywhere between 0 and 2, but we don't know for sure what it is. Right? In this case, I'm hoping you understand that in this case, 2%, right, the innermost circle, 2% parents indicated that they strongly disagreed with all the 4 actions. In this case, 0% indicated that they strongly disagreed with all the 4 actions. So it's anywhere between 0 and 2. All right.